Brittney, let me see something real quick. Rick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Jab stepping, it's the brick. Swing and a miss.
Oh!
Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
Get an intro out. Because, guys, it is now confirmed. Brittney Griner, Brett Griner, I don't know what to actually call them, but it seems like him, Brittney Griner has confirmed that she is.
It happened live, a moment that quickly caught national attention. An alleged offensive remark directed at the league's rising star was broadcast in real time, watched by millions. The WNBA, a league known for promoting equality and inclusion, responded not with action, but with silence, a silence that raised more questions than answers. Instead of swift accountability, what followed appeared to be careful damage control. This wasn't just about one incident, it revealed something deeper. Behind the scenes, a complex balance of influence, image, and power seemed to take priority over clear consequences. What this moment truly exposed is a troubling reality. In a system where reputation and revenue often come first, fairness can take a back seat. As we look closer, we begin to see the difficult truths about how decisions are made, and who's protected when the spotlight is the brightest.
And if you don't know who Brittney Griner is, she is a WNBA star for about a year ago. Personal occasion as it happened for her.
You're about to be a mom. Mm-hmm. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops.
24. I don't care if a woman and a woman want to. Good on that to them. But it's just so weird.
It started in an instant, a blink and you miss it moment caught by cameras from every angle. But that brief scene quickly spread like wildfire online, sparking intense debate. The setting, a high-stakes matchup, emotions running high, and a controversial foul call that led to a player being sent off the court in frustration. As the athlete walked away, video clips began circulating. What was captured on camera, their words, their expression, soon painted a troubling picture. Lip readers and viewers alike saw something deeply upsetting, a remark that appeared to go far beyond typical courtside tension, including what many believed was a racial slur aimed at the league's breakout star. The footage was powerful and immediate. What began as a heated game had now turned into a flashpoint in the cultural conversation. For viewers everywhere, the moment was shocking, and the demand for answers and accountability came fast and loud.
Another job that you're about to get into that is really hard and really scary. You're about to be a mom. Mm-hmm. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops. Please tell me how exciting that is for you and what you're looking forward to most.
I'm super excited. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just drop it. He's here. So he's here. Yes. 7'8", 24. Yeah, 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah, that's my man.
I love that.
He is amazing. They say, as soon as you see him, it's just like everything that you thought mattered just goes out the window. Mm-hmm. And that's literally what happens. It's kind of sucks because I got to leave.
Yeah. It's the league that protected her for weeks just made a decision that changes everything. Grier's career might be over. And honestly, she earned every bit of what's coming.
What came next was a silence that spoke louder than any words. The league, widely recognized for its strong and swift reactions to social issues, especially those involving race, suddenly seemed unsure of its footing. This was the same organization that had once launched full investigations over suspected remarks from fans, even when evidence was thin. But this time, the situation was different. A well-known veteran player, seen by many as a face of the league, was at the center of the controversy, allegedly making a racially charged comment during a nationally televised game. And yet, the response was minimal. To many, it didn't feel like hesitation, it felt like a calculated move. A quiet effort to manage the narrative, to protect a major figure rather than confront the moment head-on. It raised uncomfortable questions about consistency. Was accountability being applied equally, or did it depend on who was involved? What unfolded revealed more than just a PR strategy. It hinted at a deeper issue within the system, a pattern where certain lines could be blurred or even ignored, as long as the person crossing them held enough influence.
It's all because she's confirming seemingly that she fathered her child. So he and his wife had fathered a new baby. The wife just had a baby. And you have to look at this clip to believe what is actually going on. I am confused. Well, I'm not confused, but this may be confirmation now?
But the public wasn't quick to move on. Outrage grew rapidly, with a wave of voices demanding real accountability. Social media lit up, news outlets picked up the story, and fans, along with supporters of the league's rising star, called out the silence. They weren't just angry about the alleged comment. They were questioning the league's commitment to the values it often promotes: inclusion, equality, and zero tolerance for hate. Many asked a tough but necessary question: why did those values seem to fade when a star player was involved? The frustration was widespread. To many, it felt like image management had taken priority over integrity. Critics believed the league was more focused on protecting a well-known figure than living up to its own standards. This was no longer just a story about a game, it had become a test of whether the league would truly stand by the principles it so often champions.
I've watched that video countless times, and it sure looks like Brittney Griner says, "F***ing white girl." Now, I think it was my old friend Jamel Hill, used to work with her at ESPN. I believe Jamel said Griner.
Adding to the controversy was the athlete's well-known and complex history, one that had already shaped a public image of near untouchability. Many still remembered the extraordinary international exchange that brought them home, a moment that sparked global headlines when a convicted arms dealer was traded for their release. In the months that followed, public attention remained intense. Now, with new allegations of inappropriate, racially insensitive comments caught on camera, critics began to see a pattern. Past incidents, including complaints about fan behavior and perceived tensions with the public, resurfaced, fueling a narrative that the athlete often operated by a different set of rules. For many observers, it wasn't just about this single moment. It raised a deeper concern: would there be meaningful consequences, or would this be another instance where status outweighed accountability? The question echoed loudly: had a sense of being above the rules become part of the story?
WNBA is trending again, but as per usual, it's not really for any good reason. Brittney Griner is under fire for extremely aggressive behavior portrayed toward Caitlin Clark, the rookie from last year, the one that has everybody's focus in the WNBA. And this incident has, of course, gone viral online, but also sparked up some other skeletons in Brittney's closet that she probably...
But something had clearly changed, a shift too big for the league to overlook. The rising star wasn't just making waves on the court, they were transforming the league itself. With record-breaking viewership, new sponsorship deals, and a surge of national attention, this player had become a cultural and commercial force. The league, long striving for broader recognition, now had what it always wanted: momentum. But with that came new eyes, and new expectations. The growing fan base and corporate partners weren't likely to stay loyal if they sensed that serious issues like racism were being ignored. For the first time, the pressure to uphold values aligned with the business incentive to act. And that's when a response finally came, not in the form many expected. The veteran athlete was fined, but not for the alleged slur. The penalty was tied to missing mandatory post-game media duties. To many, this sent a clear message: it wasn't principle that drove the league's decision, it was financial risk. And while a consequence was delivered, the deeper issue remained unresolved. The moment revealed more than the league's priorities, it exposed just how far accountability still had to go.
Seeing the 3 games, what else happened to everybody else?
I mean, I know there's always consequence to actions. You know, what I did, I already know that I was going to get, some time for that. And, I respect, I got 3 games. Okay. Not disputing that at all. Do I think that it should have been 3 across the board? Boom, everybody involved in it, 3-3-3. I think that would have been, honestly, fair. I would have been happy today with that. Not today. And it's not because of my suspension.
This moment pulled back the curtain on the league's much-publicized "No Space for Hate" campaign, revealing a painful contrast between words and actions. What had been promoted as a bold stand for inclusion and equality began to look, to many, like little more than branding. The campaign launched to widespread praise, symbolizing a league committed to progress. But when one of its own prominent athletes was accused of violating those very principles, the response felt misaligned. Instead of directly addressing the heart of the issue, the league chose to issue a fine, not for the alleged slur, but for missing post-game media duties. To fans and critics alike, it felt less like a stand for values and more like damage control driven by public and commercial pressure. The deeper disappointment wasn't just in the decision, it was in what that decision revealed, a gap between the league's stated mission and its willingness to uphold it when it truly mattered. What many had embraced as a genuine call for justice now seemed, in the eyes of some, more like a calculated campaign, powerful in message, but empty when tested.
Brittney Griner is playing a game, and this is what Brittney Griner calls. I was not going to comment on any of this stuff until this took place. Watch what she says. The entire internet has reacted to this. Here's Brittney Griner. They're playing against the Indiana Fever, and look what she's saying. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today.
Well, that pretty much sounds like trash effing white girl.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest.
So the whole market reacts to this with Brittney Griner, right? And then the other quote, Rob, then I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to go to Adam. Put the quote of Brittney Griner, what she said about the NBA. This is so funny how all this stuff works out, right? She says, this is from Brittney. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there, watching on purpose. It's very disruptive. It's called a freaking game that they pay you money to play. Don't play the game.
The aftermath of this controversy continues to unfold, sending a clear message through the league. Players who once felt shielded by their status are now reconsidering that sense of security, questioning whether past actions might soon face fresh scrutiny. Meanwhile, trust among fans, already worn thin, has taken another hit. Some who had stepped away are paying attention again, but this time with caution. They're asking whether the league's recent actions reflect a true commitment to its values, or simply a calculated response to avoid public and financial fallout. At the heart of it all lies a pivotal question: will this moment spark real change, a culture where accountability is consistent, regardless of fame or influence? Or was it just a one-time adjustment under pressure? The answer may very well shape the league's reputation for years to come. In an era where audiences demand more than slogans, only genuine leadership and equal standards will build lasting trust.
By Autumn Johnson. BG, right now you have 10 points, 5 rebounds. We see the Atlanta Dream as being very... Right now she's talking to the refs about holding. We're going to send it back to you guys. Very important question.
Followed so, where does all this leave us? A star player faced a reckoning, but the justice that felt incomplete, unevenly applied and far from what many expected. This incident exposed a league caught in the tension between its public values and a hesitance to fully hold its biggest names accountable. Instead of facing consequences for the alleged remarks, the athlete was penalized for missing media obligations. It's a quiet reminder that sometimes, the cost of being untouchable isn't a dramatic fall, but a subtle compromise, one that leaves fans and observers questioning whether real accountability ever arrived. Was justice truly served, or simply sidestepped? Like the controversy itself, the debate continues to ripple through the sports world. What do you think about this situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.